Okay.
So I'm going to interview Kunta Kinte, see what he's doing. I'm in the building right now. This is a radio station with the Vision Quest Radio, Benny and Todd show. I know Kunta's around. I'm JC Heat, I'm 29. Italian, Puerto Rican from Atlantic City. I've been doing stand-up 14 years, and I heard that Kunta's a really talented guy, so I want to see, what he's up to, what he brings to the table. So let me see if I can find him real quick. Hey, Kunta, you around? So we're back with the best of Richmond comedians under the age of 35. This is Kunta Kinte. So, Mr. Kinte, could you let me know, what do you think about the Richmond comedy scene in general?
Oh man, I think the Richmond comedy scene is on the rise right now. A lot of great up and coming local comedians like myself. A lot of other great ones. There's so many I can't name, but I just think it's on the uprise right now. A lot of funny guys. So like I said, we in a market too where Richmond, Virginia is a Confederate state. So kind of like comedy. This is not a big comedy city. You know what I'm saying? Where we located at right now is not like DC or Vegas or Chicago or New York or whatever. So we still in the South basically. So it's kind of hard to sometimes for a lot of us to get noticed out of the state. I'm always say that people really don't understand the history behind the state. So it's kind of hard for a lot of talent to actually come up out this state. Due to the political, situation of how the state was and, different things. So I can say it's up on the uprise. It's definitely because we got great talent here. That's in everything.
We'll continue what we were saying here. Influences in the game.
Influences in the game. Like I can say, I'm going to name all the comedians that I love. Eddie Murphy, Chris Rock, Chris Tucker, Martin Lawrence, Paul Mooney, Dodomite, Rudy Ray Moore, Moms Mabley. You know what I'm saying? I'm taking it way back. Red Fox. I'm just showing my little comedic roots. I'm just taking it back to the people that Jive paved the way so I can get on the mic and talk my little shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people, if it weren't for people like Paul Mooney, Dick Gregory, Red Fox, Lenny Bruce, and all of them, I wouldn't be talking the shit I'm talking. So I gotta pay homage to those guys, to the forefathers that made speaking from your heart and speaking with intelligence and making stuff about the world, social issues funny. And that's them the comedians I gotta pay homage to. Like I can say Andy Kaufman. A lot of people don't know about Andy Kaufman. The reason that kind of made me want to come up with characters because I started looking at Andy Kaufman, you know what I'm saying, on the low. Like I started noticing what type of comedian he was. I seen how he fooled people with certain characters he did, and I just took a little bit of comedy kind of from everybody. Like people said I'm like a Paul Mooney mixed with a Dick Gregory mixed with a George Carlin, you know what I'm saying, and that's good with me. I can't complain. I'm happy somebody told me that. That made me feel good. So,
I gotcha. I can see it. I can see some of it.
Oh man,
sometimes it's really obvious and sometimes it isn't. But you could see some Carlin. You could definitely see Dick Gregory. I've seen Dick Gregory stuff. So. Oh
man, it's just like I said. Where I'm located at, I'm from the first slave state. I said again, Richmond, Virginia. So some of my jokes, my characters might hit home with a lot of people. And I don't never want people to think I'm offending them out there. I'm just telling them the truth by making it funny. Like I said, everyone got mad when I dressed up like a slave, but didn't nobody get mad when the other comedians dressed up like females. And that kind of puzzled me. I'm like, yeah. People got mad. Why people got mad? Because I'm running around like a slave, and that's what my ancestors was doing. I was doing it in the spirit of my ancestors. My name is Kinte. So, I'm just tripping on how people got mad at that energy of that. But when somebody put a dress on, that's the most hilarious thing for everybody. I ain't knocking the comedians that do it, but I'm just a comedian that won't go to that level and do it. I dress up like a slave all day. I'm just sorry. I love pussy too much. I'm sorry.
I gotcha. So where does Kunta want to be in 10 years? Do you want an HBO special? Do you want a couple movies? Do you think you're more of a more of a, like you said, you want to be like a club attraction where people come to experience Kunta Kinte?
I want to have it all, man. I want to have an HBO special. I want to have my own show special, like how Dave Chappelle had the Dave Chappelle show. And shout out to Dave Chappelle because he's another one that influenced me too. I forgot to say him. I don't know how I forgot to say him. Shout out to him. But I want to have a show like the Kunta Kinte, the conscious comedian show, where I can just broadcast my characters. I can have people on there like you, maybe Benny. You know, that's where I'm seeing myself going at in the far as for the next 10 years. You know, getting booked for different venues, being on maybe sitcoms, maybe being on movies. That's the type of route I'm trying to take my career to. I just don't want to just be a comedian that just go on stage and that's it. You know, that's it.
Okay, so what
I'm gonna bring to the comedy game is awareness that my generation is not aware of. I'm the type of comedian for my generation. You know, I noticed that we don't have a comedian like some of the greats had in the last 50 years. I think I'm that type of comedian for my generation. That's just my opinion. Some people would probably think I'm wrong, but that's just how I think.
I got you.
Very conscious guy, you know, funny. Hey.
Well, I just want to say thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. Somebody like you is unique, and that's why I'm featuring you.
Oh, man.
Because you don't sound like everybody else doing the same thing in the same lane. You're doing your own lane. You're doing you.
Man, thank you so much, JC. I'm fortunate enough to have this interview with you, man. Keep doing your comedy thing, too. Like I said, we both comedians on the rise. I'm just thankful to be recognized as one of the up-and-coming comedians out of Richmond, local comedians. At the, what is the
35 and under.
35 and under, you know. So I got 2 years. I'm 33. So, you know, hopefully 2 years I'll be on the rise again somewhere. So
it's all good. Well, thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you, man.
God bless.